What's happening, you guys? It's Rafael, Top Collectibles, and if you're new here in this channel, I show you the ins and out of building your own TCG business. We try to also cover the market and cover investing tips and tricks for the Pokemon hobby. And right now we are living in a really hard, hyped market, as you guys may already know. And so I'm trying to balance the type of videos that I put out, some business videos, some market videos, and some collectible investing videos, because I feel like talking about selling and opening your own card shop or business in this market is not as easy as it sounds, and I've made myself clear about that in the previous videos that I've made. Today in this video we will be talking about the best Pokemon set to be investing in 2025. All right, so full disclaimer, this is my opinion. I'm going to give you 4 sets that I think are going to be a really good investment in 2025. A lot of you guys may agree with it, but some of you may not. You may have a different perspective as to why. So go ahead and leave me a comment down below if that's the case. I am all about listening to you guys and reading what you guys have to say. A lot of times I read a lot of the comments that you guys leave me and I go, that is actually a legitimate approach that I never thought about. So I'm really interested to see if you guys agree with what I'm talking about here in this video. I'm going to give you 4 of them. We're going to go down the line from the bottom all the way to number 1. And there's I'll give you a little bit of perspective as to why I believe the set is in the place that it is, and then we'll go from there. All right, so starting at number 4, the number 4 set that I believe it is a great investment opportunity in 2025 is Surging Sparks. Now, I saw and I read a couple people have compared Surging Sparks to Vivid Voltage, and in my opinion, that is not a comparable set from Sword and Shield at all, because Vivid Voltage has it's got a Pikachu VMAX in there. It's got some Rainbow Rares in there, but other than that, it really doesn't have much. It was I believe it was the introduction of the amazing rares of the Sword and Shield era, and in my opinion, that didn't do well. Surging Sparks, in my opinion, it's a great pickup. It's my number 4 because it's got Pikachu in it. It's got Latios, Melodic. It's got a lot of cards that have a lot of great art in it, and the set itself has sit very well with a lot of people, and you can see that because back in March when Pokemon made that announcement that they needed to print at full capacity, it was in their announcements they said Surging Sparks 151 and Prismatic because it's high demand and people wanted it, people are ripping it, everybody wants to pull that Chase Pikachu, and even the Latias EX is a great card to have. I don't know if you guys know, but if you put those two together, they're like consistent with each other, so you can get a nice little feel for the art for the Latias and the Latios EX. I saw a couple companies that make the little background frame, if you will, and that looked pretty nice. So Surging Sparks, like I said, it's a really great set. And if you're looking at picking up a booster box right now, in my opinion, right now, as of June 1st, it is the best time to do so because this booster box was upwards of 260, even 280 at some point. And when Pokemon printed, because they did printed booster boxes and packs, and you can still find them in the wild at MSRP, the booster boxes crashed down, I want to say like 20% or so. So you can pick one up right now for like 200 or 220. In my opinion, for Surging Sparks, that is a great pickup for a booster box to have long term. Is it a good price to pay to rip it, to rip a booster box? I don't know, because there may be more coming in the near future. Surging Sparks is not that old of a set. It's not even a year old. So chances that it will continue to show up in different auxiliary boxes and EX boxes are very high. Usually you will go, Pokemon Company will go 2 years plus, give or take, on printing and throwing product out in the wild. So be mindful of that. If you're holding sealed, 200, 220, it's a great price to pay for that booster box. If you're trying to rip it, your best, like I said in previous videos in the past, your best price to pay to rip is MSRP. Okay, so that was number 4. Jumping to number 3. My number 3 set of 2025 to invest in will be Prismatic Evolutions. And I know what you're thinking. Wait a second. Why is Prismatic 3 and not 1 or 2? There's a reason for that. So we all know that Prismatic Evolutions has terrible pull rates, right? It's really hard to pull an SIR. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there's no IRs in Prismatic Evolutions. They're all SIRs and it's all the evolutions. I believe that makes it a little bit tougher to pull the good cards. And also combined with the fact that the Pokeballs and the Master Balls are considered hits of the set, it makes it harder. And on top of that, you can pull a God pack. And a lot of people think, oh, well, you can pull a God pack. There must be a lot of SIRs in the set. And the reality is that no, if you pull the God pack, that entire batch is probably cooked. Nobody else is probably going to pull another SIR if somebody pulled the God pack out of a batch of I don't know how many in a batch, or pallets or whatnot. And so that creates a lot more scarcity for the cards themselves. And that's why you see the Umbreon going for like $1,000, and you see every single SIR evolution going for like 300, or I think there's some for like 250, but every single one of them is up there in terms of price, and that's just raw pricing. But those are the best sets out of Prismatic that you can pull. Because it's so hard, and because there's a chance at getting that God pack, so many rip and shippers have been ripping through Prismatic. If you go to any rip and shipper nowadays, they will tell you the Prismatic is up there in the most ripped packs that they've had on their live streams. So a lot of people is ripping it, and a lot of people are also holding it sealed because it's a specialty set. There's no booster box for it. The ETBs are being kept sealed in cases. A lot of people that invest save those for long term because they see the potential in the future. And that's why it's my number 3. I believe that Prismatic Evolutions will do very well because it's Eevee, and Eevee at the end of the day, Umbreon, Eevee, and all the evolutions is just appeal to everybody. It is just known to be a really good it's a nostalgia Pokemon. It's Eevee. Everybody loves Eevee. And so that's not going to change anytime soon. But like I told you guys, the reason why this is at number 3 and not higher is because it's a fairly new set. It's only been out for about 4 to 5 months. Mark my words, Pokemon Company will print more Prismatic. We are already getting announcements of a Costco bundle that's coming. We already know that there's like a figure collection box that's coming. There may be an ultra premium collection box. I think I saw somewhere that's coming in September. They are going to put Prismatic in a lot of auxiliary products and EX boxes in the future. It's such a new set. You have time to pick it up. If you're trying to invest and have Prismatic Evolutions in your collection sealed, you have time. You can pick it up now if you want to, but you don't have to because you may still have see opportunities in the future to pick it up at MSRP. When the hype dies down, everybody that's only here to make a quick buck are gonna leave, and there's gonna be Prismatic. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna sit on the shelves like 151 did, because last year 151 was all over the shelves at Target, UPCs and ETBs. Nobody was picking them up because it wasn't a hyped era like we are now, right? And so I'm not saying that that's going to happen with Prismatic, but like I said, you have time. You're going to have plenty of opportunities to pick it up. And that's why it's at my number 3. It's still good to pick it up if you can at MSRP. At the prices that they are now for the ETBs, I believe that they're still a great pickup. They're like, what, 100, 110? You can find them for 110 right now for ETBs and Prismatic. That's a great pickup, in my opinion, for a long-term investing sealed collection. Prismatic at number 3, solid set. It's definitely a pickup. Okay, so moving on to number 2. And for this list, my number 2 set is Crown Zenith. I am very bullish on Crown Zenith. And the reason why it's above Prismatic, there's several reasons. But one of the main reasons is its age. It's a set that's getting old, right? It's 2.5 years old. It's got great pull rates. It's got a lot. It also has the evolutions in them, in my opinion, better art than the ones the Prismatic is showing us right now. And it's got Pikachu, it's got Mewtwo, it's got Mew in the Galarian Gallery cards, and the arts are great. A lot of rip and shippers have been ripping Crown Zenith since the day it came out. If you know anybody and you ask them, Crown Zenith is up there in the most rip packs that they go through with Prismatic. So it's a specialty set. There's no booster box. It's being ripped daily by rip and shippers, and it's also being held. Look at the price of the ETB right now. It's going for like $150. And even at that price point, I believe, I am very bullish that that ETB is going to go up in value. 2.5-year-old set. The odds of Pokemon Company reprinting any more of that are very slim. We saw a massive influx of Kai-NC boxes showing up in Sam's. And that caused a retrace in pricing, but it was temporary. It held its ground. In my opinion, I was looking at those boxes and I thought, because they were everywhere. I thought it was gonna crash the set, but it didn't, because Crown Zenith, it's so fun to open. Great pull rates. You get all the legendary Pokemon in it. The gold cards, the Giratina, Darkrai, Entei. You get nostalgia with Mew, Mewtwo, Pikachu. You got several Pikachus in there, and you have the evolutions. Look at the art. If you compare the art in Crown Zenith to the Galarian Gallery, I understand that a lot of these evolutions in Crown Zenith and the Galarian Gallery legendary Pokemon are not secret rares, are just ultra rares. But because the set is so much fun, it's a specialty set, it's got a lot of great art in it, and it's been ripped open so much for investing purposes. That ETB, a seal case or just single ETBs of Crown Zenith with the Lucario, that is a very staple. A lot of people love Lucario with that promo in there. It's a really good ETB to have sealed. The set overall, the packs, any Crown Zenith like tins that you can get your hands on at a good price, even MSRP, especially MSRP, it's gonna be a good hold. Just this week, the end of May, I've seen photos on X of people picking up tins of Crown Zenith at Walmart, which we are still seeing it being put out in the wild after 2.5 years, and that tells you the amount of demand that there has been for Crown Zenith. And I can tell you that a lot of people share this sentiment with Crown Zenith because it is the last specialty set of Sword and Shield era, and in my opinion, it's gonna do very well in the long term. So that's why I placed it at number 2. And like I said, it's also because of the age. Number 1 set to pick up in 2025, it's going to be 151. Now, a lot of people may disagree with this. I am very bullish on 151, way above Prismatic. I may be wrong, but this, like I said, this is my opinion. If you disagree, leave a comment down below and let me know. But I believe that 151 is going to do very well. It's a lot of nostalgia. It's all of your counter Pokemon. It's got a lot of great art. And it is turning 2 years old in September of 2025. So it's getting old. We may still see it. We are still seeing it. This past several weeks, we've seen a lot of blooming water boxes showing up in Target. It is definitely being printed. And even though the amount of product that we're seeing pushed into the market, even though that's the case, it's still not fulfilling the demand for 151. It is selling out like hotcakes, and it's a specialty set. There's no booster box. The ETBs are going to continue to rise. The UPC is upwards of 350 now. That tells you the amount of demand that there is for 151. And because it's getting old, a lot of people have faith in 151 as a staple of Scarlet and Violet. In my opinion, it's going to be one of the best sets of Scarlet and Violet. And I think I am almost certain that every other collector, investor in the hobby can agree with that. And because of that, people are holding ETBs sealed for long term, as well as bundles, as well as whatever they can get their hands on for 151, because they see the potential. I believe, and I said this in my previous videos, 151 is going to be a $20 per pack set in 2 years. I'll go ahead and say 2 years. I'll give it before it gets to $20 a pack for 151. There's a lot of great art. I actually enjoy 151 a lot more than Prismatic. And it's not just because of the pull rates. It's not just because Prismatics, all they have is the SIRs and the evolutions. It's because of the art. I enjoy looking at the cards, pulling out the cards, and seeing an art behind the Pokemon that I'm looking at. Like, I'm making it, by the way, I've been trying to make this video for a while. I think I keep saying that over and over. I'm working on it. I just haven't had the time to wrap it up and post it up. But it is basically my thoughts on the whole Prismatic 151 and the whole thing. But I'll talk more about it during that video. I'll probably link it in this description once it's ready. I'll link it down below so you guys can watch that if you guys are interested. But again, 151, it's a great set. Kanto Pokemon, nostalgia. It's got a lot of great art with the Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. In my opinion, because of its age, it deserves a number 1 spot of the set to be looking out for in 2025. If you guys haven't noticed yet, this right now in the summer, I'm recording this in the summer of 2025. In the summer, during the hype of 2020, the same exact thing that we're seeing now happen. There is a little bit of a reset or price correction, I would say, because a lot of people go into the summer, a lot of people leave, a lot of people go on vacation, and there's a little bit of a less demand during the summer. But I believe that has a play, or that plays a role in what we're seeing right now across the board. Look at all the cards, look at all the sets. It seems like there's seems to be a correction in terms of pricing. Now, not every set is being affected this summer by the price correction, but if you look hard enough for the cards that you want or the sets that you want, you may be able to find a deal in the market. I'll give you one that I actually have been doing this summer or for the last couple of weeks, and that is the Charizard for 151. That EX, Charizard EX for 151, it dropped below 200. I think I was like 185 or so a couple weeks ago. But if you go on the open market, you can find people selling those for less than that because they want to move them, because they see that the price is going down. They think it's going to tank to, like, I don't know, $100. In my opinion, I don't see that happening. If Pokemon decides to reprint it to the ground, that may happen temporarily, but it's going to go back up. It is a great card, by the way. A lot of people say that it has no neck. I don't see it. I think it has a neck. I see it in the... I was looking at it the other day. I'm like, this card has a neck. What are people talking about no neck Charizard? Like, I love the art. I love the sequential, by the way. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Sequential. When we get Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. You can do the same thing with the Bulbasaur and the Blastoise, and they sell the frames for you to frame them in a sequential order. And that, in my opinion, for a collectability and for a collector, that looks great to have in a wall somewhere. It would be a great item to have. Now, before prices start to go mayhem later on, when the set is no longer in rotation at all, being put in any single type of box out in the market. So yeah, there you have it. Those are the sets that I believe are great to invest, to look into, and to follow in 2025. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like. It helps the algorithm. Follow if you haven't yet already. Check us out at TopShop_Collectibles on Instagram. We run sales every 2 weeks. So we just ran the Destined Rival sales not so long ago, and let me tell you that we completely sold out. I didn't expect that. But I didn't try too hard to get as much as I could for Destined Rivals, because I had my feelings against, I thought it was going to be printed a lot, but I guess it's still great demand right now for Destined Rivals. And I opened a couple of Destined Rivals. I don't know if you guys watched that video, but it seems like the pull rates are really good compared to Prismatic. I'm really grateful for that. If you guys are watching this, if you guys bought from me during the sale a couple days ago, that was awesome. I did have to stay till like 3 in the morning to finish packing those orders, but again, that's just part of the business. It's part of doing what you need to do when you run a TCG shop. I greatly appreciate you guys doing that. Again, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts about what you think of this list. And as always, stay positive, keep your head up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.